Hi, welcome to A Moment in Time with Taylor. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to check out the website femyoga.com. Click support and you'll be able to keep this channel going and growing with your contributions, just like these people here from the last 30 days. Thank you so much for all the support. I didn't put the Super Heart contributors from my last broadcast on here. Plus, I also got $3 on PayPal from someone that I didn't log on here yet. Thank you guys so much for the Super Hearts and for the sponsorships. I just wanted to get live because it is 3:40 a.m. here in Florida, and I still have quite a bit of broadcasting left to do to reach my goal of getting all my content done today. So I just wanted to go live. Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh, you guys are coming in so fast. I love it. Sonam, I love you so much. I really do. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And if I could hug you right now, I would. I'm hugging you with my brain and also doing other things too that you can just imagine. Katie, first comment to the broadcast, she says beer. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we were going to talk about parents' divorce, but I also have this, which is beer. Cat's Away IPA. Now, I am not a child of divorce. My parents were never married. I actually didn't even meet my father until I was 19 years old. So by drinking this beer during this broadcast, it has nothing to do with coping with parents' divorce. I just like beer, and everyone wanted me to drink beer on the last broadcast, so we compromised. No beer on the last broadcast, but yes, beer on this broadcast. How the heck else are we supposed to get until like 5 in the morning without this? So cheers. Mark, thank you for the super hearts. First super hearts of the broadcast, as usual. Hey, David. Hey, Magarza. Hey, Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? I'm good, David. How are you? I met David in person in California. We're also giving away $100 that's open only to our monthly sponsors, and that's tomorrow on Monday, September 17th. Katie is entered in that drawing to win by being a monthly sponsor, as well as, I believe, David, are you a monthly sponsor as well? Is my memory serving me here? Mark, thanks for sharing on Twitter. Mark is a monthly sponsor. He'll be entered to win $100 tomorrow. It's okay, Sonam, just cry. I like it. Wait, what is that? That's weird to say. I like it. I just mean do whatever you want to do. We're going to be talking about that, feelings. We're going to be talking about how feelings are for, I'm going to say it right now, feelings are for feeling, not for knowing, right? So it doesn't matter to know how you feel or analyze why you feel how you feel in relation to divorce, but anything else you're experiencing. It's important to allow yourself to feel your feelings and allow the feelings to kind of just work through their process. So you don't have to try to, don't make yourself feel bad for having feelings. Hey, Pasquale. Your parents aren't divorced, so all I understand is beer. Hey, Peter, how are you? Hayden, haven't seen you in a while. Interesting. Okay, so YOLO Kid Swag says, my parents blamed me for the divorce. Now, that's interesting. Did they say that to you directly? Or is that something that you kind of took away from the interactions and experiences that you felt like you were to blame? Or did they actually tell you you were to blame? Oh, I forgot I moved my camera a little bit after this last broadcast. Let me adjust. There we go. Because you're not to blame. There's no way that the kids are the reason of divorce. That's a problem between the parents. And I have a unique point of view on this. Now, I don't have children, and like I said, I'm not a child of divorce, but I recently ended a 7-year relationship with my ex-husband, who was a great guy. Really liked him a lot. Loved him. Love him. Okay, let me just move on. And what I realized was that nothing lasts forever, and that I don't know if it's natural or a realistic expectation to think that you're going to be in love with one person for your entire life. I think that as years go by, people change, they grow, they expand, they contract, they evolve, they devolve, they move in different directions physically. Maybe their health changes, their values change. So many things can change that cause breakups to happen. They cause people that thought they would be together forever to change that plan. And I don't think it has to be a hugely emotional, wild, dramatic, anger-filled or rage-filled experience. But for a lot of people, that is how it goes, and that's okay. That's actually quite normal. And especially as the child of divorce, you aren't a part of that. And as much as you can try not to engage with them and not talk to your parents really about the divorce so much, that doesn't really help things, because they're going to try to justify their side to you and potentially try to paint the other person as the bad one or the reason that, and it's really just, you can just tell them, I'm not really comfortable talking about that. I just kind of want to know, how are you doing? Like, how's your life? Just having a relationship with your parents, with your mom, and having a relationship with your dad as much as possible. Maybe step parents come into the picture. I want to hear your guys' experiences with this, but that was something, as I researched this, they said, you're not your parents' therapist and they're not yours. So it's important for all of you probably to get professional help and have a therapist who knows how to work through stuff like this, because you're not alone. So many people have been through divorces and been children of people who get divorces. There are so many resources for you out there. So talk to people. You might not want to talk about your parents' divorce to everyone, but have like 1 to 2 close confidants, friends or family, or a therapist if you can, a counselor if you can, who's a professional who really knows good tools. There's online resources you can look up, probably forums and groups of people who've been through similar things that can connect with each other. So there's a lot out there for you. So it's important to know that what you're feeling is normal, and that sometimes feelings aren't always positive feelings, right? It's okay. It's normal. You can take time to digest, and just try not to get too involved in the divorce as much as you can, because it really, really, really has absolutely nothing to do with you. These are adults that have made a decision about where they want their lives to go in the future. It really isn't your fault what they decide to do. It's not your fault that you are their child and that they have relationship issues that they may have. Sorry if this is a little skippy. It does look like I might have dropped a few frames there. Okay, so sorry for not really reading comments. I keep doing that. I just want to get some content out, and then I'm going to read. So Gnarly Ballerina, first comment on Twitch, says, my parents are the worst. Your parents are super religious. What religion is that? They make insane demands like attending church and early curfew, and I don't want to go. Oh, thanks, Roper. So are your parents divorced? Hey. Can you win this time, please? Wait, what are you winning? Donde está Flor? Usuario, follow Flor on her channel, Lumperito. She was in my last broadcast, but she has her own channel, which is Lumperito, which is actually in the title of the broadcast she did here on this channel. Hey, Grizzy, thanks for the super hearts. Ahmed, hi. I've avoided my feelings since I could remember. I don't know why. Eric, that's interesting. If you actually potentially went to therapy, you might be able to kind of explore in a professional setting some of your childhood experiences and some things that have potentially brought you to that type of processing of avoiding your feelings and not wanting to acknowledge them and accept them and really experience them and let them just flow. Hey, Owen, I'm good. How are you? They're Christian, they're not divorced, but we don't have a good relationship. How old are you, Gnarly? So they're telling you have a curfew, you still live with them. Is there plans to move out on your own? Saul says there's some crappy kids out there. When Mike divorced when I was 12, I took it as though it was... Oh, you mean mine. When mine divorced when I was 12, I took it as though it was my fault at the time. That's super common. That's normal. Again, that type of a feeling is... I'm just here to tell you that it's not your fault. It is not your fault. I'll say it as many times as we need to say it. It's not your fault, okay? Oh, thanks for the super hearts, Kieran. Katie's parents have been married for 25 years. SMH, hi, how are you? All right, dropping more frames. Let's do a little settings adjustment here. Try to keep this broadcast from crashing on me. I'm too tired to deal with this. That's why there needs to be a serious conversation about the things that happen in a marriage. Communication is key. There's going to be things that each party does in the relationship that the other doesn't like. So it's important for them to be able to communicate what their expectations are, what their boundaries are, and work through that in an open communication environment, hopefully without a lot of emotions attached, in as logical of a state that we can. So for me, when in my situation with my ex, anytime we would start getting emotional and start getting kind of heated and interrupting each other and jumping down each other's throats, we would step away. We would say, let's just take a little bit of time. Let's just chill for a couple hours and then come back and talk about it when we're just not so emotional. And that really, really worked wonders. It really did. You were 2? Okay. Okay. Fanny and Alexander? Okay. It's about family. I think the two that are going to get married should talk about opioid child rearing. Opioid child rearing? What is opioid child rearing? Hey, Kieran, hi. Hi, welcome to everyone's first day on Periscope. I can Google that. Hi on YouTube. Yay, Mark, you're the first comment on YouTube. We are trying to get more hours watched on our YouTube channel. We only had 41 hours watched in the last 10 days. And at that rate, we're not going to be monetized on YouTube for another 8 months. We're hoping to be monetized by the end of this year, which is about 2.5 months away. So please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel Fem Yoga and help us out by watching some of the content over there. It's easier to search. You can search for any kind of content you want on there. Yoga, hi, or ASMR, or split screen interviews with guests, or travel broadcasts, whatever you think. Bluebird, if you want to donate, you can go to femyoga.com and click support. I'm trying to read the comments here on Twitch. Give me 1 second. You're 17. Okay, my parents are very laid back and I was very chill growing up, but I feel it would have benefited me now, age 24, if there were more structure and discipline while growing up. There's not a whole lot we can do about the past, right? So that's good awareness. But if you have children of your own sometime in the future, you can instill, the improved parenting techniques and stand on the shoulders of your parents' parenting and build even a better future and just always be, improving. Because we can't really change what happened to us in the past, right? I'm going to drink to that. Here's to the future. Structure and discipline can be overkill. See, Gnarly Ballerina on Twitch and Roper on Twitch are having kind of a disagreement here about whether they need more structure and discipline or less, and finding that balance. It's one of those things, the grass is always greener on the other side. We always think, oh, well, if this had been different, everything would have been great, right? If we could change this one thing, everything would go according to plan. And I think it's not usually like that. Oh, thank you, Laura. Laura's going to watch a bunch on YouTube. I appreciate you. Love that. Thank you so much. Ben's List, how are you over on the other side of the big pond? It is, about 8 o'clock in the morning for you? It's 9, almost 9 o'clock in the morning, huh? It's almost 4 a.m. here in Florida. I guess there's a fine balance to be found. Yeah, for sure. Chancellor, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Thanks, Roper. So what else was I going to say? So you were saying you're 17. So, I was going to say, are you moving out soon? I moved out when I was 17. That's when I graduated high school. So if you are graduating 17 or 18, you can usually move out around that time if you've been working since you were able to work and saving up money as much as possible. You're going to have to move into a really cheap place, probably with as many roommates as you can fit in there. And, it's tough living at first, but if you're really not liking the situation you're in, I'm confident that you could get out of it if you really wanted to. What do you think about that? Wouldn't it be best if one saves all the trouble and go live alone somewhere? Interesting concept, Own. Actually, in Toronto, with the night where I hung out with Popcorn Kieran, we talked about that a little bit. Yeah, Chris, I talked about Red Tide in a couple broadcasts before this. You just woke up. Well, good morning. Good morning to you. Wait. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So, love can definitely be a roller coaster of emotions, right? So you're really in love. Everything about the person is so perfect and wonderful. They make you smile. They turn you on. It's just yes. There's electric energy and yes, And then sometimes, and every time in my experience, things dwindle. Sometimes things get bad and they get messy and they get rocky and it's up and down and all over, left and right and upside down. And sometimes, in the case of my last relationship, it more just kind of fizzled out over time. And as I became older and more mature and realized really what I wanted in my life and became more clear on that, I just realized that the person I was with didn't fit into that vision of my life and what I wanted. And his vision for his life, what he wanted, I didn't fit into his vision. So we broke up, and that was okay. We didn't have kids, and that would have made things a lot different. But I do personally think it's okay to break up. It's okay to move apart from each other. If you do have children, I do myself, this is all personal opinion, this whole broadcast, My personal opinion is it is both parents' responsibility to raise that child and tend to that child. You 50% contributed to that person's existence, and I almost view it as if you have virtually no right to leave them to one parent to raise on their own. I don't really think, divorce doesn't have to result in one person raising the child on their own, but sometimes it does work out that way. Like I said with myself, my mom and dad were never married. I didn't meet my dad till I was 19 years old. My mom raised me that whole time by herself before then, and I think I turned out okay. But it was definitely really hard on my mom, and I wish that my dad would have taken more responsibility in that time 27 years ago, right? Thanks, Owen. But we can't control other people. This is a common thread I come across in so much of studying, human behavior, is that we can only Sorry, I got distracted. Whew, that was funny. Thank you, Karen. Thank you very much. I had a hard time. Not having a male role model in my life definitely made it hard on me. So dads out there, if you've left your kids and you think the mom's fine raising her by herself, I will tell you that you should be much more involved. 50-50, you 50% of your DNA is in there, so 50% you should be having some type of influence on them. But not if you have issues that you need to work through before you have a right to be in your child's life as well. Because if you're a substance abuser, a physical, like violent person, physically abusive or verbally or mentally abusive, manipulative, maybe you shouldn't have a role in your child's life and have an impact on their life until you have figured out how to work those issues out of yourself with professional help, especially if you're physically abusing someone in particular. To me, I feel like that's the one universal human rule. No violence. Violence is not an acceptable solution to anything, especially not parenting your children. So take care of business, figure out what you need to take care of, and then raise your child in a healthy way. That would be my call to all parents, not just dads, because there's single dads too, and moms leave too. And I definitely don't want to make it seem like it's only the guys that leave. I know it goes both ways. Yeah, that's true, Chris. Yeah, the Red Tide is also, it causes respiratory illness in humans as well. Hillary Clinton donated 101. Yeah, that's, when you contribute, you can actually put like whatever name you want on your sponsorship. So somebody put that. You have no savings. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's read. I would like to move out, but it's pretty hard. I have no savings. Why don't you have any savings? What have you been spending your money on, Gnarly? This is a good question for anyone, right? This is a good question even for someone who's in a relationship they don't want to be a part of anymore, and they feel like they can't leave because they don't have any savings. Ask yourself, why don't I have savings? Look at your bank account statement. Look at your cash flow. Where's your money going? Why is it gone? Why don't you have any? Do I have English? I don't know what that means. I think I do have English, yes. I'm in high school, just don't have a job yet. And why is that? Why don't you have a job? In America, at least in New York, where I grew up, you could get a job when you were 14. You could get working papers when you were 14 years old. And I think, you could have worked for 14, 15, 16. Now you could be on your 4th year of work experience. It's okay that you haven't yet, but you should start ASAP. There's no reason that you can't have a job when you're 17 years old, right? Katie says, because I like Starbucks. Oh, all your money goes to Starbucks. I think there's probably a few people in this broadcast that might give some money to Starbucks as well. Yeah, Starbucks is a big one. Starbucks is pretty pricey. Maybe you can get, I imagine Starbucks sells like coffee beans that you could make for yourself at home. That might be a little bit cheaper than getting your coffee made for you at Starbucks. Trouble Brewing, that's Walmart brand of beer. It is! This is from Walmart. Good call. Trouble Brewing, Cat's Away IPA. I love that you knew that. That was really impressive. You would probably really like Flora. Did you watch Flora's broadcast, Pitbull? She was on at 11 p.m. She's on this channel every Saturday night, 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Beer tasting and trivia broadcast. Fridays takes my money. Long Island's are great. TGI Fridays, that's a place I don't really eat at anymore. The last couple times I ate there, my stomach did not agree with that decision. So And Long Island's are probably really expensive. I can't even imagine drinking a Long Island. There's like 4 different kinds of alcohol in there. You are a brave soul. You're a brave. I get at least 2 coffees there a day. Don't judge me. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. Lots of kids are lazy these days. Kids seem entitled these days. I think that's probably a common theme of what a lot of adults feel like about children, especially children who grow up with no real struggle like war. Is this a real topic? What do you mean, Jim? Real? You don't think coping with parents' divorce is a real topic? Can't stop, won't stop. Only $5, I think. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Starbucks being $5? And how many of those are you getting in a month? We can calculate your Starbucks monthly budget right now. My plans are having my own place someday. Taylor, I have my own money someday. How come you don't have your own money now? I reviewed 2 beers earlier. Oh, on your broadcast? Do you do that on Periscope? Oh, you like beer and Jesus. Okay, I'm going to follow you. Very interesting. Long Island's, yes. All right, so I did write some information down about some tips about how to cope with parents' divorce. I don't see a lot of comments coming in, so I'm just going to go ahead. Hey, Mark. Yeah, I am up really late. Thanks for being on YouTube. We are trying to monetize YouTube, which means that we need a lot more time watched on the channel, and I still have 2.5 months to get monetized. At the rate we went the last 10 days, we're probably looking at 8 months before we monetize. So please watch my YouTube channel to get us back to the rate we were at 2 weeks ago. All right. We talked about how it is not your fault. Your parents get a divorce. It's not your fault. People break up all the time. And I'm coming to a point where I don't know if monogamy is a sustainable practice these days. I don't know that we're supposed to be with one person forever. It's no longer necessary to make that happen. You know, most people have the means to support themselves, and now the government supports people in a big way, that there's not that pressure and need to stay yoked with someone to make sure that you don't die and starve, you know, as you are pregnant and raising children and so on and so forth. And there's just been a lot of change in human evolution that has caused us to potentially become less attached to monogamous ways that may have been beneficial earlier in human history. Again, all personal opinion, just something I'm starting to, as I experience my life, I don't know that I would really want to be with just one person for the rest of my life. I don't think that's a realistic expectation, and I'm not so naive as I used to be to think that I will have that, to think that I'm going to be in love with someone to that level that I never feel anything else for anyone else for the rest of my life. I just don't think it's realistic. Whoa. Some people's parents shouldn't be together. I would agree with that, yeah. Yeah, see, Tanner said, I would have loved it if my mom and dad divorced. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that, because I think a lot of kids would be in that same boat. If you're constantly fighting and the household's constantly in strife, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? It's been 40 plus years since they divorced. I don't know how I coped. What you got here, Universal, you're here now, and you can help. Maybe give some advice if you think of some stuff. I like beer and Jesus too. Fastest heart pumper. Yes, Katie with the heart. Oh, I'm pointing the wrong way. Katie, tickle, tickle, tickle. And we have Magarza and Ben's List and Owen and Rockin' America and Mark. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. I started teaching monetary responsibility to my son too late. My parents divorced when I was 9 was confusing times. Yeah, I'm reading a book right now called Invested by Danielle Town. And her mom and dad divorced when she was young. I forget the age, maybe 5? Less than the age of 10. Actually, no, maybe she was 12. I really don't remember, but she was like 12 or less. And she felt like basically what had happened is her mom and dad split up, and her dad moved far away. And it was about 3 years that he lived in California. I forget where they were from originally, but they never really saw him. And she said she could just always just picture, she could see her mom struggling to support her, and I believe she had siblings, and saw her dad out there living this great single life, knowing that his kids were taken care of and just being able to do whatever he wants, completely free and as if he doesn't even have children. And she couldn't help but feel like she wasn't good enough to stick around for, that she wasn't worth staying for. And that really broke my heart as I read that, because it is not about that. It is not about that. He wanted to live, and now I don't know these people, but in my point of view, he wanted to live in California. The mom didn't. Neither of them wanted to give up the children, and in a way, he made a sacrifice and to say, okay, well, if you don't want me to take the kids with me to California, I'll leave them here with you. And he went. Now, I don't know if that's really how it worked out, but I'm sure there's times that stuff like that happens. And again, it's not your fault, and your feelings are normal. It's okay to feel that way. Don't beat yourself up and try to, rationalize every little thing. Realize that tons of people have been through this. Connect with friends and family who've been through similar circumstances. Learn from them. Learn what works with them. Cry on each other's shoulders. Work through it with a professional, a counselor or a therapist. You don't have to do this alone. I hate when I see friends' parents get divorced and then the dad goes and starts a new family and pays no attention to the old. There's an argument that the way that things work in a very, very, very natural kind of way with no real retribution, like no consequences, is that a man will start a family, right? He'll get his young wife, he'll start this beautiful family, and then what will happen is that they'll get to a place where it's pretty sustainable, and he might have the financial resources to start a second family, and he will leave the first family to go find another young wife, usually at this point going to be significantly younger than himself, and start a new family with them, because it's the most sure way to get his seed kind of spread around, and it diversifies his bloodline. Now again, this is very, I don't want to say prehistoric, but it's a little caveman talk, right? This is something evolutionarily that may be in our brains that worked for a period of time, and it doesn't really need to be that way anymore. However, those natural forces, those instincts are powerful. So things like this do happen pretty frequently. I had a friend whose dad was maintaining a second family without either family knowing. So he had a family in New York City, and it was her, and I forget how many siblings she had, and her mom, and he financially supported that family, and they lived in New York City, which is an expensive place to live. And then I believe in London, completely different country, 3,000 miles away, in London he had an entirely different family with kids and a wife, and he was living a completely double life for, I don't even know how long, for years before anybody figured out what was going on. And that stuff happens, and that's really sad. I think it's more important to be honest and open rather than to try to deceptively hide your true desires. Yeah, Katie, I'm kind of with you there. I mean, I'm a little bit clueless too. All guys want to spread seeds. I'd only leave if I had a job offer that pays more than that of my current job. Otherwise, family first. But you're saying, but that's not really family first. You're saying family second to increased income. So you're saying, like, if you had enough money to leave, you would leave. My teacher had a granddad who had 2 different families and no one knew. That happens. Does anyone else hear stories like that, these double lives? Yeah, I do read a lot, Mark. I do have some book recommendations. What do you like to read? I didn't have poutine in Canada. I didn't have poutine in Montreal or Toronto. Jeremiah says, one woman is not enough for a man. He needs multiples. Any woman in the broadcast that think one man may not be enough for them? I mean, I was one who left my husband. I wasn't wanting a life with him anymore. I didn't want the future that I would have with him. So in a way, that kind of implies that one man wasn't enough for me either. I don't know if it's a gender issue. I think it's an issue of the heart. I think love is an emotion. There's a book by Barbara Fredrickson called Love 2.0. I don't have that book. I wasn't a huge fan of the book in particular. I thought it was a bit generic. But my biggest takeaway from the book, it's a psychological book by this author. So it's not this book, but it's this author, Barbara Fredrickson. She's a PhD. And it's called Love 2.0. Hey, Mitch, how are you? 1 second. And she talks about, the biggest takeaway for me was how she talks about how love is an emotion and it's not something we feel permanently. We don't feel anger permanently or happiness permanently or amusement and humor, permanently. They're emotions. They're things that come and go. We feel it sometimes we don't. So sometimes we feel love. We feel love for someone or something. It's not just that you would love a person. You could love an object. You could love something that you own. You could love a piece of jewelry that you have or love a dress that you own and have that feeling of, you put it on, you just, I love this. I love this experience. I love this city, this town, this beach, whatever it is. I love, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but it's an emotion. You don't permanently feel love for that. Like foods that you may have loved when you were young. Do you still love them now? Maybe some of them. But most of the time, love is kind of like sometimes you love it, sometimes you don't. Maybe you love pizza, but some pizza that you've had, you didn't love it, right? It was okay. Pizza's fine, but you didn't love it. Like that love feeling of you love something. It is a double standard. That's absolutely true, Jeremiah. I agree with that. And it's dumb. Double standards are always dumb, right? I already blocked that guy, right? Every guy should read She Comes First. What? You think the woman comes first? Wait, are you talking about sexually comes first? Are we getting into that, Chris? Or am I totally being like a perv right now? Thanks, Mitch. My dad has an alcoholism problem stimulated by Officer Society of the Air Force of the 60s. I don't know what that means. I think alcoholism is considered a disease. Not necessarily that it's caused by something, but it's something that is genetically predispositioned, and different things may trigger it to come about. But, I think alcoholism is treated generally the same in rehabilitation clinics across America. Are those donations on the left? Yeah, Luis, those are from the last 30 days. It's not fair. Yeah, it's not. She comes first. Right. Is it about sex or is it about saying that women are more important than men, in which case that's BS? There is no the woman comes first. As long as the woman is happy, everyone's happy. I don't really agree with that. I think both parties are equally important. That it's not about who comes first, right? It's about sometimes you're going to have to make sacrifices and put the other person maybe above yourself sometimes. Me and my ex-husband weren't really willing to do that. I felt like I did that a lot, but maybe he felt like he did it a lot too. Me personally, I didn't really feel like he did that enough, and it got to the point where I wasn't willing to live with that anymore. But it wasn't because I wasn't coming first. It was because I was always putting him first, and I never really felt like he was putting me in that position. Not never. I should stop using my own relationship as example because it's still pretty fresh, right? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? The Ayn Rand book shines from the library, yeah. Everyone should take care of each other's needs. I think we should take care of our own needs. Some guys can't help to come first, can't blame them. To get along with other officers, you hung out at the officers club and drank to rub elbows. You probably would have came first if the kitchen had a finish line. If the kitchen had a finish line. I have no idea what that means. It's all communication issues. I don't know if it's all that. I don't know if anything can be so black and white and simplified, right? We always want that one cure-all. What do they call it? A panacea. We want to say, this is the answer to everything. If we are just honest with each other, there will be no pain in the world. If we are faithful, there will be no pain in the world. If we have perfect communication, there will be no pain in the world. Bullcrap, right? This is BS. This is not realistic. There is no one thing that is going to cure every bad relationship. There's no one thing that's going to make us feel good all the time. It's just, life just isn't like that. It's not black and white. There's about a million different shades of gray. So it's not necessarily always communication. Like for me and my ex, I keep using us as an example. We wanted different lives. We wanted different futures. We were great at communicating with each other about this. I do think that there were things that maybe he felt that he never really expressed. I tried really hard to get him to express those things, but that could be me projecting. I could be thinking, oh, women do that a lot. We think men are having all these feelings, and sometimes they're just not. Sometimes they're really, like, they've said everything that they really feel and think. It's not that they're thinking more or feeling more. It's just simpler than we want it to be, and that he just wanted things the way he wanted them. I wanted the things I wanted them. We communicated about it. We realized that we wanted different things and that neither one was willing to change what we wanted, so we went our different ways. Communication wasn't the problem there. I don't know if there really was a problem. We have this Christian view and this Jewish, view, because Judaism is the original Christianity, right? And there's other religions too. This monogamous. We have this religious belief and foundation in our society in America and a lot of places in the world, I'm sure, where we're meant to be one man, one woman, forever, no one else. You don't flirt with anyone else. You don't touch anyone else. Don't think about anyone else. And I just think it's not realistic. We need to be good friends with your partner. It's important. Without that, it feels boring. Maybe. Thanks, Mark. Maybe. The communication would have been better. I'm not really sure. Who is your daddy? And what does he do? We weren't compatible. We were compatible for 7 years. I'll stand by that. I really do think the relationship was good for the full 7 years. Oh, sorry, am I messing up the heart race real quick? Let me just click some buttons here. This guy. I just gotta block someone on Twitch real quick because I don't think any of the moderators are paying attention. Kyle, just so you know, you are a moderator on Twitch. If you ever see someone making comments like that, feel free to block them so I don't have to interrupt my broadcast. But again, you're not getting paid, so there's no expectation for you to do that. Communication is always important. Yes, but it's not always the reason that there's a problem, right? Communication isn't always the solution to the problem. Abrahamic, there we go. 7 years is long. I don't know, it's only about a quarter of my life. As a man, your number one job is to make a woman feel secure and wanted. If you can't, let her go. Why can't a woman feel secure and wanted without a man validating that for her? Sounded like two adults expressed themselves honestly and made a decision for what may have been best. I think so. That's what I would like to think, right? Okay. I had a moment here where I just admired you guys. Okay. So it's not your fault. People break up all the time. Very rarely in today's world is monogamy a survival necessity. Love is an emotion. Love 2.0 by Barbara Fredrickson. Hey, Craig, how are you? 2, we talked about this. Feelings are for feeling, not knowing. They're normal. Let them run their course. And when you're younger, managing your emotions is a lot more difficult. Actually, up until the age of 15, your brain works basically black and white. It's really hard for you to think in those abstract shades of gray. You have this is right, this is wrong, this is the way the world is, this is the way the world is not. Some of my friends have parents who are divorced. My parents are not. When that changes and their parents start going through a divorce, it's very confusing to them. I thought that this was wrong. I thought that what was right was what we had, and now it's wrong. They only have right and wrong. Around, on average, the age of 15, we can typically start to process some more abstract thoughts, and we may start to become a little bit more understanding as to the concept behind two people don't love each other very much. They're fighting all the time. They're not happy. They're cheating on each other. I mean, whatever it may be, one person has an abuse problem, whether it's substance abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, something. There's some reason that they broke up. And as you get older, it's easier. In your late teens and then throughout the rest of your life, it's easier to understand there's so many different circumstances in the world. There's so many different words that can be said and feelings that are experienced and ways that you perceive them and so on and so forth. So when you're young, it's hard. It's really hard. So if that happened to you when you were really young, it's okay if it was hard. It's okay if you didn't handle it perfectly. That is normal. It really is. If you're an adult and your parents are getting a divorce, be emboldened by the idea that you have that brain that can process things a little bit more easily. You can understand the abstractions of relationships that break up. If you've ever been through a breakup yourself, you might realize it happens. Sometimes breakups happen. It's all right. It's all right. You want to get together and open a fireworks stand? That sounds like a lovely idea. I was very black and white in my teens. Yeah, Izzy, yep. Thanks, Rock. Yeah, we did. We came to a good decision. Validation, but some do not know how to do that for themselves. I think it's more important, Kim, for people to learn how to feel secure on their own than it is to only be able to find security through relationships. I think that's actually what caused me to be somewhat suicidal when I was young, because I only felt validated and valuable in the world if a boy liked me. I really needed to learn that really, really, really does not matter. Divorce rate is exploding in Western society. Yeah, if you think about this first world country, men and women can make their money now. You know, the woman doesn't have to be, her life doesn't have to be hanging on by a thread after pregnancy for who knows how long. I mean, the medical world has made pregnancy hopefully a somewhat more manageable situation. And you have your children, and, you know, within a few years, especially if you have your own financial resources, you can hire someone to help you out if the dad's not around. I mean, it's not like it used to be back in the day where we were spending all day, every day searching for food. Do you get what I'm saying here? Like, we run to the grocery store, we grab whatever kind of variety of food we want. We're not like forced to group together for survival anymore. It's mainly now for pleasure, maybe for procreation, in which case you decide. If you want to stay together for your kids, decide if that's a good idea. Because like Tenor said earlier, he wished his mom and dad split up because it wasn't a good household that he was raised in because of their, you know, contempt for each other, their resentment for each other. It's okay, Kyle. Nick! Oh my god! Hi, I miss you so much. I treat a breakup as a promotion. There you go. Oh, there we go. All right. I like that, Mark. Thanks for saying that. He says, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam are all based on Abraham. Very interesting. I didn't know that about Islam. Self-loathing and self-pity, Christianity. Oh, I already read that. Thank God for that. People have to make sacrifices, but only you can make yourself happy. Can't depend on others. Yeah, and happiness, again, is kind of an emotion, right? So it's important for you to just determine your value system, what's important to you, and then figure out what would make your life valuable and worth living outside of a romantic partner, hopefully. All right, Kyle. I'm so hungry and tired. Hi, I'm in it for you too. My best friend always says she wishes her parents divorced. Yep, exactly. Rock in America, that comment makes me uncomfortable, so please don't say my thoughts sound sexy to you. I don't really know how to process that. My only non-troll comment. I'll drink to non-troll comments. Fix hair, please. I have to wash it. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to just take a shower right now? Spices is back. Hey, I did a broadcast about Spice Girls the other day. People need to learn to take their own inventory and stop taking others. Ooh, Kucha. Yes, cheers. I love that. Take your own inventory. Stop taking others. I think I just fell in love with that comment. I have dry shampoo, but I don't know how to use it. Do you want me to go get it and you can teach me how to use it? Oh, this is going to be bad. Mark, don't get blocked. Come on. Come on. Don't encourage the trolls, Mark. Rock, I know you're not a troll. Nick, are you at work? Nick, that's your profile picture. I didn't even realize that was you. I saw you down there on the bottom earlier. That's Gary. You and Gary. Sona makes amazing things happen, doesn't she? Dry shampoo saves lives. I do apologize then, no perving here. Thank you. I appreciate that, Rock. I know you're a good guy. Tell her, Sonam. You guys, I don't want to. I'm going to take a shower after this. Don't make me do it. I suck at it. Ponytail? How about if you send money, I'll put a ponytail in. Do I watch any TV shows and what's your top 3? I don't own a television. No. I actually don't even know what's going on in the world most of the time with the news. Like, you guys come on here and tell me, oh, did you hear about what Trump said? Did you hear about what happened? Did you hear about the red tide? Did you hear about this, that, and the other thing? I'm like, I heard about it now. And I'll look into it if I think it's interesting. Put a pineapple on your head. I always think of rodents when dry shampoo. Oh, and I also wanted to say that this broadcast is brought to you by WildFan101, A-Train. He requested this broadcast. If you send $100 or more to the channel, then you can actually request a broadcast of your choice. So he wanted to hear about this topic, so that's what we're doing. I'm gonna look for a pineapple to put on my head. Because today we want to make Sonam happy because she's feeling a little down. We love her, but what the hell, where's my pineapple? I thought I had pineapples at the ready. What's this? Okay, we're good. We got them. Everybody calm down. I don't really, oh, maybe I will put my hair in a ponytail and then, okay, everybody, wait, don't look at that. I need my hair time. If I send $100, you'll stream in the kitchen. Yeah, I do cooking scopes. Ruby does cooking scopes on this channel every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Although she didn't do it this week because she was helping with the amazing wedding of Miss Yo Pickles in Australia. Okay. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to like point. Okay, that definitely looks worse. Not really sure, but let's try it. Sonam, this is for you. I hope you feel the love from this because it's pulling my hair. All right. Oh, wait, it fell over. Wait. Maybe if we put it in sideways a little bit more. I think what we're learning from this broadcast is that I need to brush my hair. What the hell? I brushed my hair earlier. Okay, I'm like a side shelf pineapple. Side shelf pineapple. I should actually put a pineapple on her head. This is the closest thing I have. Yeah, I don't have a TV. If my hairy armpits make you uncomfortable, that's not my problem, that's yours. They're not even that hairy. I didn't shave them today, but they're like, this is like the tiniest stubble. Okay, I have dark hair and fair skin. You're gonna have to get comfortable with it. Hairy armpits are natural, and you can see really hairy armpits on my YouTube channel. Hairy Yoga in a Tank Top and Shorts is the name of the broadcast. It's one of my most viewed broadcasts on my YouTube channel, and I have extremely hairy legs and armpits in that broadcast, and I do yoga in a tank top and shorts. So cheers to being natural and comfortable in our bodies. Sonam said, if they're making you uncomfortable now, wait till November. I don't think I'm going to do it this year because I'm in Florida. It's like too much. Okay, why don't these things want to why don't they want to stay? You want me for breakfast? How much you charge? Oh wait, how much you pay? Kutia, I have my shipping address on my website, femyoga.com. Click contact. And if you really want me to shave my armpits in a certain way, you can send me the device you're referring to. Hot Pockets is all for hairy yoga. Can I be your breakfast? I don't think so. I don't know how to do that. Jen Hillman rocks the hairy pits. I don't think it's a big deal. My pits aren't even hairy, guys. This is literally like one day of not shaving, so that's just your own discomfort. They're not even like bad. Like, what's the problem here? Katie wants me for dessert. My pits they smell good. They smell like mango melon. Oh, hey, Joey. What's up? Joey's like, this is the girl that represents Egg Drop. I ordered more mango melon deodorant today. You want to know what deodorant I like? I know you do. I know you're wondering. I know Joey was like, I hope Taylor will show me what deodorant she uses on her pits. Because when I met her, she smelled so amazing. She came in for the hug, and I was like, mango melon. Wait, where is it? Do I even have it? Okay, yeah, it's here. It's just a bit buried. This is called Nutribiotic. Long-lasting deodorant with grapefruit seed extract, witch hazel, and aloe vera. Aluminum and paraben free. I need my auto focus on. Mango melon. Boom. I bought my own deodorant, actually. I put it on my wish list by accident, just out of habit, because I usually put stuff on my wish list, and then I was like, no, I'm buying this. Stop putting it on. No, it doesn't smell like pepper. No, that was the other one. That was the one where I tried to get Ed to smell my armpit in Atlantic City. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Joey, the repeater bot. Everybody's getting unblocked tonight. The aluminum is the best part. My parents are getting divorced. No, my parents were never married. I'm Let me just okay, hopefully my stepmom doesn't watch this broadcast. But at my bachelorette party, my dad was there, who knows why. He was buying us everyone drinks so nobody complained. Although the comedians complained. We went to a women's stand-up comedy night and he was so drunk and obnoxious throughout the show that the comedians were trolling him live. It was amazing. But anyway, he was also talking about how sexy my mom is. Now listen, my dad and mom haven't seen each other for like 27 years since she was pregnant for me and he went away. So they saw each other, right? Actually, how old was I at this point? 23? They saw each other and he was drunk and he was just like, she's so sexy. She's just so sexy. And I was like, what's happening right now? He's married to another woman and she's married to another man. But no, they've never been divorced. They were never married. So I didn't meet him till I was 19. Now you can't sleep. Well, look at this. Maybe if I wave it in a hypnotic fashion. No, she doesn't cook, man. She doesn't cook Donald Trump. My parents are from the northeast of America. It's like too fast, but I can't like really wave it slowly. You can't see the front of it. So it's this Bluetooth speaker. It's kind of awesome. Is anyone on YouTube with moderation powers that wants to block that guy? Did I try it? Yeah, it's so good. Oh yeah, let's talk about this. So this is a Bluetooth speaker that Kieran got for me in Toronto. I hooked it up to my phone today. It was so easy. He had it all paired. Let me put this down a little bit because this is just like a weird angle. Sorry, pineapple's coming out. My hair is really triggering me. So, other side? I don't know. I think it's just so greasy and disgusting at this point that there's no salvaging it. So he had charged this already for me, so all I had to do was push the power button on the bottom and it started pairing with my phone and I was able to listen to music through this and it is so good, but I can't play Here, I'll do copyright free music. You won't be able to tell. Oh, thank you, Mark. Oh, Mark, you're not a moderator on YouTube? You should be. Let me make you one. Let me make you one. You should be. You deserve it. Katie, you are killing it with the hearts tonight. Magarza was like, stop. He's like, stop. Ben's List, Own, Rockin' America. Thanks to the hearts, guys. You guys are awesome. Katie's obviously the most awesome, and you guys are all kind of wimpy compared to her. He is one. Okay, so he just doesn't know how to block people or something? Okay, yeah, he's not doing very good at blocking people because that guy's still commenting pretty hardcore. So I'm going to take care of it because I'm a boss. And this is not a hard thing to do. Oh, that didn't work, did it? I said it was not very hard to do, and then there we go. That's the button. That's the button. You deserve to be a mod only if you sponsor or become a super heart. A super heart? Become a super fan of the Periscope channel. Fem Yoga. British people call wrenches spanners. N-N. S-P-A-N-N, like Nancy? Yeah, spanners. You got it. Donald Trump was hidden by Fem Yoga. I feel very powerful hiding Donald Trump like that. Goodbye, Donald Trump. We gave you a shot. Maybe tell Melania to come in and try it. All right, Rock, we'll see you later. All right, so where are we at here? It's not your fault. Feelings are for feeling. It's more difficult to manage your emotions when you're young. Make sure you talk to people. Reach out. Don't isolate yourself and just stay within. There are so many people who've been through divorces. Online resources. You can get 1 to 2 confidants. Get a therapist. And then the last thing, and I talked about all this, kind of summing it up now, you don't want to talk with either parent about the divorce, and you don't want to act like their counselor, and they shouldn't be acting like yours. You should be basically as minimally involved in the divorce as possible. All that matters to you is each parent individually. How are they feeling? How are they doing? And what's your relationship going to be like with this? Hey, Cybermoji. No, I didn't take a picture of Flash without the mask because I didn't get that opportunity, although I wouldn't have taken it if I was given the opportunity. He did not take the mask off. Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say yes. I said for the rest of the night, every question about Flash I would say yes to. So, yes. I took a picture of him without the mask. On Twitter and Instagram, Augusto, that's right. Fem Yoga Taylor on Twitter and Instagram, but on YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope, it's just Fem Yoga. Just like the website, femyoga.com. Guys, you need to talk more, because what am I supposed to say now? That was everything for coping with a parent's divorce. Do I need to... Yeah, he came over with the mask on. You saw him, right? We did a broadcast. His mask was on. No, that's his real face. There's no mask. What am I supposed to say? Yes? Just yes. Again, Mark, your dad threatened to kidnap you. Not your problem. You're not involved. He needs to work out his stuff separately from you. Kidnapping is a federal offense. He could go to jail and never see you again. So a threat is a threat. If he actually kidnaps you, he's putting not only you in danger, but himself. So again, that has nothing to do with you. That's not your fault, Mark. You cannot control that. That's his own thing. He's an adult, you're an adult. He's got to work that out. Try not to get involved as much as you can. Frickin' Nick. How do I get my parents to divorce? You don't. Do not get involved. Katie said new party scope. What videos do I post on YouTube? I just posted a recent video about what Fem Yoga is all about. That's right on the homepage. If you go to femyoga.com, you'll also see it on the YouTube channel. And it basically talks about why Fem Yoga was created, what it represents, and what our goals are in the future. It's a pretty short video, like 5 minutes or less. But I also have all my old Periscope videos up there for the most part. I think I have a few more to get up there for sure. My parents divorced in 1993. They were married for 23 years. Wow, Scooby, that's fascinating. Wow. 25,000 hearts. Yes, Katie with the 25,000. I love it. Magarza is about to hit 21,000. Look at these two. He's trying to get her, but he's got no chance. He's got no chance. He was military. I liked your mask. Can't wait to see you again with mask and glasses. I didn't have my glasses on. I had a beard on. I had the mask and the beard on. Let me see if I can find the mask. I can put the mask back on. How you chillin'? Edward threatened to kidnap you? That could be fun. I hope he kidnaps you to Florida. How did I cope? I withdrew from everything at the time. Interesting, Scooby. So how'd that work out for you? Because some of the stuff I was reading said that you should really talk to people and try not to withdraw too much. Flash is the best. Kyle, did you see that we got to meet the other night? I was 2. Oh, wow. You were 2. See, again, obviously nothing to do with you. You had nothing to do with that, Mark. There's nothing you could have done. You're doing a YouTube video today, Ben? Nice. What's that about? Business girl. Connor says business girl, and then I put a mask on. This is good. It's in the past now. Yes. This is a great line from the Lion King movie, right? Rafiki and Simba, their first interaction with each other. And he's trying to get Simba to, like, go back and take the throne. So he... this hair. So he takes his stick, his little medicine stick there, right, with the little, like, rattle things hanging off of it, and he, boom, whacks him in the head. And Simba goes, what'd you do that for? And he said, it doesn't matter, it's in the past. Hard not to get involved. They're toxic around each other. Matt, you're right. I'm not trying to make this seem like it's easy. It's not going to be easy not to get involved because you want to maybe fix it or you want to help them move away from each other or whatever. You can't. You are not a professional divorce counselor, okay? You're not a couples counselor. You're not a marriage counselor. You are not equipped to be your parents' therapist. You are their child. Try not to get involved. I'm sorry that it's not easy, but it's the best way. When does the new schedule start with the Lady Scoper? What? Cybermoji? It's been going on for like 5 months now or something. Ruby does cooking every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We have Floor that comes on every Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern time. She already went live tonight. Sunday nights, tomorrow night, is Lizzie Bear at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time with Sexual Health and Wellness. Floor does trivia and beer broadcasts, and then Lorena Mia is starting the first week of October on October 1st on that Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, we already have 3 broadcasters live functioning every week on the channel. I'm not going to show you breast. This is the Mask of Zora, yes. I had nobody. I was an outsider as a kid. Me too, Scooby. Do you feel like that's why you... Hang on. Do you feel like that's why you resonate with online communities? You know, I feel like I never really got along that well with like the people in my small town I grew up in, but online I was always able to find a couple people that I connected with more and have some good intellectual conversations and kind of, you know, really connect with. I was just thinking about my trip to Toronto. I met, Kieran. I already met Emad, but let's just say I got to meet up with Emad, Kieran, Flash, his neighbor, Kylo, Jag. I feel like I'm Elise. Anybody else? Am I forgetting anyone? 7 awesome people that I've met from Periscope. And thanks to those people, 3 of the 4 nights that I was in that area were covered. Either I was staying with friends or they paid for me to stay somewhere. So I only had to pay for 1 night myself. And also they contribute to the channel. And it was the night that I had the view of Niagara Falls. It was maybe $200 for that room, American. I mean, Periscope has allowed me to live an amazing life with amazing people. I'm going to actually, over the next however long, I'm going to make a list of everyone I've met on Periscope and just absorb like how many awesome, cool people from around the world I've met thanks to this app, because it is really cool. Oh, thanks, Cyber. Did this just become Eyes Wide Shut? I actually have a cape. I don't know where my cape is. Guys, where's my cape? Eunice, where's my cape? Catherine Zeta-Jones. Simba should have been wearing a helmet. I hate you right now, Nick. Why are you even back here? How do I know Ruby? From Periscope. Flora? You mean Floor? Her username's Lumparito. When do you become an outlaw? I love that question mark. We just need to deal with parents' divorce and move on. Easier said than done, I imagine. Hey, Big Worm, how are you, my friend? Oh, thanks for my roses. Namaste. The divine light in me recognizes and honors the divine light in you. Try not to hit my head on the microphone. Okay. Elise, yes! Did I meet Rose, the scoper in Toronto? I didn't meet Rose. I didn't get to meet Amanda either. Mama Pearson? Mama Patterson? What's her name? Mama something? Yeah, I didn't get to meet them. Wait, so people seriously pay you to ramble? Yes, JJ, it's lovely. If you'd like to learn how to do it, I wrote a book about it called How to Make Money on Periscope, which you can get at femyoga.com by clicking shop, because I know you're very serious. 1-Inch Johnson. So to sum it up, I don't know if I'm going to remember everything, but I'm going to try. Number 1 is it's not your fault. Number 2 is your feelings are normal, and feelings are for feeling, not for knowing. It's okay if you don't know why you're feeling or know what the feeling is. Just know that your feelings are normal and you're not alone. 3, talk. Don't try to bottle it all in and process it completely on your own. Realize there's online resources for people who've been through divorces. Get a counselor or a therapist to talk it through with. At the very least, get 1 to 2 close confidants. Talk to us here. I mean, get it out. Let your thoughts and feelings out. Talk to us. You know, connect with people who are going to have similar experiences, because you are not alone in this. You're really not alone. And number 4 is don't get involved. Do your best not to get involved in the divorce. Try not to talk to your parents about the divorce. Try not to get involved in the, making one out to be a bad guy kind of person. Try not to get involved in them, in their decision-making process, in so much as they want to know what do you want. It's their relationship. They're working that out. It's up to them to decide what they want to do. This is not your problem. And you are not your parents' therapist, and they are not your therapist. You guys aren't certified to help each other through this. So, and just not certified, but you're not qualified. You're way too close to the situation to be able to really help each other. So it's important to have outsiders, third parties that are unbiased, that are just there as a shoulder to lean on, you know. Hey, Mike. Why a mask? I don't know. Someone said to put it on. Pretty cool once we shift the trolls out. I agree, Mike. It is. Thank you, Big Worm. I appreciate that a lot. I try to educate people. Where is Batman? I don't know. Where is Batman? Where she's getting these questions. I think this is a video. No, it's not a video, Mike. I'm here. Can I make money on Periscope? They won't make me a super broadcaster. You could make money through PayPal. Mark, I think that your style of broadcasting is not appealing to a wide audience because all your broadcasts are kind of about like Sonam's intricacies of her life, which makes you seem like a little bit more of a fanboy of Sonam than of a broadcaster worthy of supporting financially, right? You say that you can mentally rape people, which I think is a horrible way to say that, by the way. But you're telling people that mentally you have this great prowess and you can come at people with such mental ferocity, and then your broadcasts are like, where's Sonam? It's 6 a.m. Where's Sonam? Like, that's not mental prowess. You're not putting your best foot forward. If you do have some interesting topics to discuss and talk about, maybe trying that to create value for your audience would be a better route. Because Sonam's audience is Sonam's audience, right? Sonam's audience isn't going to pay you to be Sonam's audience, I wouldn't think. Mike said there will be no answers. This is not live. Mike, you're high. Just remember it's not the children. Okay, yep. Number 5, hit the pub. No. 30,000, Katie? Oh, Magarza, you're falling behind. You were only 4,000 behind last time. Now you're like 5,000 behind. Pick up the pace. I'm just kidding. No pressure. No pressure. Nobody can keep up with this girl. She's not touchable. Wait, I'm going to touch her. Whoop! Whoop! Oh, you feel it? Do you feel me? Do you feel me? Katie, are you going to come meet up with me in October? Show feats. I will show feats for, his username is likefeats33. If you have not yet been blocked, I will show feats for any amount of super hearts. Because your name's 33, so 33 super hearts is like the minimum amount. It's only 3 cents. If you send 3 cents worth of super hearts, you're going to see feats. I am here. It's okay, Mark. Mike. Yeah, I just like to read every comment, so it gets a little bit delayed. Katie says my fingers hurt. Touch me again. What? Okay. Who is this mysterious person? I'm the Flash. How you chilling? Okay, I don't have a black cape, but I do have a cape. I don't really know where it is, so you guys might need to wait a minute for me to take this big bag down out of my closet. It's gonna fall on my head and crush me, and you guys are gonna hear it. You're gonna see it. This is gonna happen. Oh wait, no, it's over here. I see it. It's in this bag. Yes. Okay. This is definitely more eyes wide shut. This is definitely not a good idea. But you know, not every idea is a good idea. Okay, this is the front of me. You're gonna have to wait for the rest to come. Oh hey, this is another good way to hide my nasty hair. Roper. I look like Elastigirl from The Incredibles. Hey, I have a whole dance move to that song. Incredible Night. Is the Flash based out of Toronto? Yes. However, I did say that any question related to Flash the rest of this night would be answered with a yes. So that may or may not actually be true. But the answer is yes. Because all the answers are yes. Okay, wait, get this chair out of here. We don't need that. We don't need chairs. Oh look, now you can't see any of my skin. This is perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, it's too far forward. Oh, sorry, I hit the microphone. Like this? Is that more like... Someone said, I always wondered what you looked like under the head, Flash. Is the Flash based out of Los Angeles? Yes. Yes. I am now Zori, the woman of knowledge. Can I have a ton of money, Flash? Yes. You will just send your invoice to paypal.me/flash requesting the money, and yeah, that should be a good way to go about it. It's too hot under here. Hot. Okay, that's good. We lost the lid. We lost it. All right, we good. We good. Hey, how are you, Simulation Meow? How many times can you say meow while arresting someone? What, we dropped more frames? What the hell? Cat's away, IPA. This thing's choking me. Chancellor said, what am I doing with my life watching this? Yeah, that's a good question. What am I doing with my life doing this? The Flash is a very talented guy on what he does. I couldn't agree with you more. I came in the scope at the perfect time. Hey, 247G, how are you? There's 82 people in here. What, was it because I was standing up? People just like standing up stuff? Oh no, maybe it's just because I look absolutely ridiculous. Your pug is invoicing me? Okay, great. It's Ben in Central Florida, aka hot in Florida, aka Ben. It's super hot in Florida. Oh, Simulation, that's you. Hey, yeah, it's super hot in Florida today, for sure. All right, what was my Incredibles dance moves? Oh yeah, I was standing though. You want to do this? We did this the other night. We might as well. I did my other dance the other night. So this bookshelf is not mounted to the wall, which is very dangerous. I'm about to dance in front of it, so it might fall on me and crush me. I feel like, where should I put this? Because you have to see all my sweet dance moves. You're not going to see all my sweet dance moves. What the hell? All right, whatever. We're just going to do it. Ready? It's going to be like a killed down version of the dance because you can't really see my sweet moves. Wait, what happens after this? Oh, I think this. Scarlet. Yes, I was always Miss Scarlet on Clue. You guys can't see my face. Yeah, there are my dance moves from the wedding, and I was wearing this too. What else happens after that? Oh, I think I get down and I do my little spin move. Yeah, I definitely can't do that. I'll just spin around twice. It's happening. And then what else is gonna happen? What happens after that? Oh yeah, we wait. And then yep, oh, and then we do this. And then we pretend like we're playing guitar. Yep. Say the day we gonna rock it like we used to do. If you try to stop us, then you better know we never lose. It's time to make some wrong things right. FemYoga.com is the website of this channel. To an incredible night. Oh wait, what do we do after? This is what Florida has done to us, yes. We get, wait, what do we say? We bring the party. We get it started. Looks like an incredible night. Do I know why Flash likes to protect his anonymity? Yes. Only because I said I was going to... Stop asking me questions about Flash, because he's going to watch this and he's going to think I'm just saying yes. I'm saying yes to all questions about Flash from now on. From a long time ago on, so yes. But not really. We get it started. Looks like an incredible night. Well, am I going to get another beer? Probably not. It's like 5 a.m. I have, oh my god, I still have a half hour left of broadcasting. What's happening? I got the moves like Jagger. I got the moves like Jagger. I'm hot. Why do you guys make me do this? Okay, we need the chair back now. We can act like we're normal. Someone stop sending me super hearts to do crazy stuff. Flash took some time off? No, he's been live every night. What do you mean? He's probably live right now. He was live when I went live with this. I had to avoid looking at it though because I really needed to get live. Too distracting. I love you, Sonam. You're so sweet. Sonam's only sending super hearts because I put a pineapple on my head. That's the kind of person that she is. I like trolling her when she's being nice. It amuses me. Like Asif coming in your broadcast and going, the fuck is this? 5 a.m. here too. Beer equals yes. Mike, are you paying for this beer? What's happening right now? He is live now. He's been live this whole time. That's dedication. Is he racing me right now? Is he trying to outscope me? Flash, stop. You'll never outscope me. Look at me. Look at this. It's professional. Wait, it's not quite that professional. Okay. I feel like it looks better when it's like a little further back. Yeah. Someone said beautiful? Really? This is all I needed to do. I have a little bit of makeup on actually, but look, my eyes look all like misaligned. What's happening? That looks worse. I don't know what to do. Gucci selling some weird ski masks with designs. That's super creepy. Oh, can I tell you a creepy story about a guy in a ski mask? That's going to freak you out, but I'm just going to say it. What am I doing now? That's a great question. Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Okay, so let me tell you the ski mask guy. I was sitting on my porch. I was 15 years old. My boyfriend was out in the car, bumping some music so loudly, there's no way he would have heard me get killed. Was the drunk friend the monster in the flash scope? Yes. Thank you, Fiber Ops. This is a real story. This is a true story. It's really creepy and weird. Like, this is life as a girl. Good to know, Hakan. Thank you for being here. I'm sitting on my porch, right? I'm sitting on the stairs. And I'm on the phone with my mom. That's what it was. I was on the phone with my mom, trying to get her to, like, say everything's okay. I'm going to go. Kumpra, this doesn't update in real time. This is manually done, so this won't be updated until after this broadcast. Am I sure that I'm 15? I'm 27 years old. But I was 15 at the time. He wouldn't hear me get killed. Exactly. Well, that was my fear. So I'm on the phone with my mom, and I hear this deep masculine voice. I'm 15, right? Okay, the boys still have high-pitched voices. I hear this deep voice. Hey. And I look to my left, and there is a man. It was like the summertime, okay? There's a man in full black. He has a full black shirt. He has a black ski mask on. The only thing showing are his eyes, maybe his mouth. I don't fully recall the style of the mask. And black pants. And he has his member, his male organ, in his hand, and he is actively working it behind the bushes of my house, like maybe 10 feet from me. So I ran to my boyfriend's car, and I jumped in the car and, like, crawled on top of him and freaked out and was just, like, holding him like, oh my God, I'm so scared. And yeah, then at school, there was multiple reports of this guy, and they were looking for him, and yeah, and he was approaching young girls and young boys the same. Yeah, and that's a true story. That really happened. I need a wrestling. I feel like this is my wrestling mask. I feel like I could wrestle anyone. Sonam, do you want to wrestle? I think she does. She loves wrestling. You thought I was going to get robbed? No, instead I got to see... That was probably the first time I ever saw a penis in my life. Let's be real. I actually didn't really see it, though. Like, I wasn't really around long. I noticed what was happening, and I got up and I ran. It was scary. It was definitely scary. I was definitely in a big adrenaline rush. Luckily, my boyfriend was, like, right there, and it was him and his friend, and the dude wasn't about to do that. Did they catch him? I'm not really sure. Superhero night. Hey, Edward. More like, what the hell's happening night. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. I have about 20 minutes left in this broadcast. Thanks for the super hearts, Edward. I appreciate that. Thankfully, he didn't grab me. Yeah, no. Your thought is going to be a Florida story? No, it happened in New York. Was he tiny? No. He was like a fully grown man. But my fear, what happened basically is I ran from my house and I went into the car to alert the men who are a bit bigger than I am. And I had left my house door unlocked by running away. So I was worried that he was going to be inside the house when I went back in. So I had the guy come with me. Hey, Travis, I had my boyfriend come with me and come back into the house and check everything to make sure everything was okay. I don't think I told my mom that story for years afterwards because I didn't want her to, like, you know what I mean? I didn't want her to become too protective. I did tell them at school, though. What do I dislike the most about what I do? That's a hard question. I really like what I do, to be honest with you. How have you been, Edward? How are you doing? You know, Edward, your relationship model has been kind of inspirational to me since we hung out in San Francisco, to be honest. I like the, no expectations. When you're around, you're in love, you do your thing, and when you're not, you like to travel, and it's just, I like that. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's not unlike Drunk Stranger the other night, right? In Niagara Falls, he was, making derogatory movements towards me, and just being he was sexually harassing me openly on my public broadcast, and he hadn't been doing that the whole night before that. When I went live, he became this person. Oh, you're in an Uber. Hey, Uber driver, can you hear me? Are you showing him what Periscope is right now? Are you like, yeah, I watch this. And then he's like, why? Look at my eyes. Why are my eyes so crooked? I can't actually see myself like that. My mask looks drunk. It's not work if you love what you do. I think you found your path. I think so too, Bobby. I do love this. Edward is a little bite drunk. Just a little drunk. When I was in middle school, I was walking around a park and some guy asked me the time from his car. Oh my gosh, yes, groggy. Yeah, this kind of stuff. Oh, hey, who's that? Why isn't it telling me who's sending super hearts? It's the real Greg Lopez. I feel like I should spin all the way, but I don't think this thing's going to spin. Am I spinning? Greg Lopez, you just gave me the power to spin. That was amazing. Oh, yeah, exactly, Groggy. Yeah, that's very similar to what happened to me. I'm a bit of a night owl, right? So in Hawaii, where Greg is tuning in from, the real Greg Lopez, who just sent all those lovely super hearts, it's maybe midnight. What time is it there, Greg? About midnight? It's 5 a.m. here in Florida, and it's like 10 a.m. in the UK. It's just crazy. We're all in different stages of the night and the day, and I'm hot, I'm sweating, and who knows what's happening right now. I think I'm going to take these off. No, I'm back home. This is in my studio here in Florida. I need a shower, that's for sure. Oh, it's 11, so he's even further to the east. 11 p.m. I'm back. Hi, it's me. What's up? This is definitely not a no spin zone. That was amazing. Like, because you guys saw, I just moved this chair away and I moved it back over and I put it in the perfect position that I was able to spin. This is amazing. Ah, thanks, Edward. Good to see your face, too. Thanks for the super hearts, and thanks for being here. And thanks for inspiring me with my relationship. Mike, I love Florida. I've been loving living in Florida. But be aware of the red tide, which I did broadcast about right before this. And I showed all the dead fish on the beach in Clearwater Beach 2 broadcasts before that. Thank you, Edward. You're so positive. I'm really hot, though. I'm, like, sweating. I gotta take this off. Oh my god, it's like heaven out here. Wait, I'm sitting on it. Did you know no one really lived in Florida until AC was invented? I don't know if that's totally true. I think people can survive in the heat. People lived in Africa. Red tide is insane. I know, it is insane, right? Right? Hey, Ben in Central Florida. You know I live in Florida right now. Did I say, you know I live in Florida now, right? I totally just flipped those words around. This year, really bad. I know. I broadcasted about it before a little bit. I don't think I'm seeing all comments come in here. No, maybe I am. Oh no, see, I did miss some comments. You said you're too broke, you're saving to open a fireworks stand. Make $43,000 in 2 weeks in Texas. Texas is where Flora broadcasts from, Loom Burrito on Saturday nights. I'm going to pull up Twitch here too because I think that I'm not seeing comments. Would I ever make the drive again from upstate New York? I would not like to do that, really. Uh-oh, I have whispers on Twitch. What are they going to be? Them sexy toes ain't out yet? No, I'm going to block you. Block. Okay, what other comments do we have? Who lived in Florida in the 1880s had it rough? I bet. I rock out in Florida now too. Really, Travis? Hey, I'm in Florida now too. Okay, this person says, you are a beautiful girl. I want to be your slave. Would you spit on a boy and face for money? Block. Oh, really, Mike? I don't know. I like to chill too. I like to just be chill and calm. Do I have to get Florida plates now? I already did, but it's only 1 plate. So in New York, you had to have 2 license plates. In Florida, only the rear plate. My mate got through in a car on way to school, but man crashed a few miles away and Jay got out. 247G, I don't know what that means. What the heck? What? It's so nice and clear on Twitch. I feel like it's not that clear on Periscope usually. How clear is it? Hi, ATSNZM. How are you? You're not far from me? Oh, I'm in Tampa. I have a chill mode. Yeah, you want to do chill mode for the last... We have about 20 minutes left of this broadcast. Wait, I already said that. 20 minutes. 20 minutes now is correct. How long do you have to change the plate? 30 days? 10 days? Let's say 10 days. I feel like we should err on the side of caution. I'm tired. I don't know what to do for the last 20 minutes. Katie, how many super... Oh, snap. She stopped at 40,000. Magarza, you're still 9,000 behind her? How's that possible? Oh, she's still sending hearts. Okay, for a second I thought I had a chance to catch up. No chill mode. I like active mode. But wait. Have you seen the rain stick yet? Let's be honest. Tons of Florida watchers, and it's like 5 a.m. That's a good point. Like, maybe they're waking up for the day. Maybe they're overachievers. Maybe they're getting ready for church. Talk about my latest book. The book that I'm reading. I haven't started writing the book I want to write next, which would be a cookbook, but She's like, I just had to pee. Pee break. Wow, he's still 9,000 behind you. So this is called the Rain Stick. Rain Stick, yep. You got it. That's right, Mike. This is pretty chill, I feel like. What was I saying before that? ATS, NZM, I said hi to you, and now you're saying open the boops. Okay, ready? Boop. Did you like that? You have one of these? That's so cool. Fastest peer, too. She was probably tapping hearts while she peed. Come on. She's not an amateur. You've never seen me cook? Really? I cooked at Chris's house. It was probably my last broadcast, cooking broadcast, which was spinach and artichoke dip at Chris's house. Yeah, but I've done some cooking broadcasts. I was doing cooking broadcasts about once a week most of this year before the breakup, so for about 6 months. Yeah, that's a rain stick. This is from African Heartwood Project. I know I was saying something before this, but I don't recall what it was. I'm super tired all of a sudden. How am I going to make it through this broadcast? What are we going to do? Oh, my book. I'm reading Invested by Danielle Town. I'm like super delirious right now. Rain sticks are ASMR. Yeah, they are. Also, co-written by Phil Town, who wrote the book called Rule Number 1, which is about investing. Rule number 1 of investing is don't lose money. Rule number 2 is don't forget rule number 1, kind of like Fight Club, right? Rule number 1 of Fight Club? Anybody know the rules of Fight Club? The rain stick fell over. Ah, it's gonna unplug the laptop. Okay. Namaste. Anto, how are you? Have you been? Namaste means the divine light in me recognizes and honors the divine light in you. Rule number 3, don't F up credit. Get some coffee and chase with a beer. I don't drink coffee. Don't talk about Fight Club. Don't speak about Fight Club. That's right. Rule number 1, don't talk about Fight Club. Rule number 1 is don't talk about Fem Yoga. Don't tell anyone about this place, you guys. You're the only ones that are allowed. Do not invite your followers. Don't talk about it. This is a secret. It's a secret club. Nobody knows about it. It's just you guys. Can you still hear me? I need water. Hydration time. What a good night. What a very good night. Do you like how the guy said get a coffee and chase it with a beer, and I said I don't drink coffee? Reverse psychology? I don't think so. Okay, that's not accurate, Bobby. He said rule number 2 of Fight Club is don't invite Meatloaf. No. That's not. Nope. That's not the rules. I am weirdly tired. I think I'm just gonna end this broadcast because I'm seriously about to like fall asleep on Scope. So I don't want to do a sleep scope. I don't think that would be interesting, and I can't sleep in this chair. Any last words? I'm going to quickly recap how to deal with parents' divorce, and I will make up any time I missed today tomorrow. It'll be very minimal. We are in the last 15 minutes of the broadcast anyway, so an extra 15 minutes tomorrow. Katie says, wait. Oh, what are you trying to get to 50? You're not going to make it to 50 in that time? Look at her go. Look at this girl. She taps like a freaking machine. She said, I'm pumping here. But you're not going to break the record. Don't hate on coffee, cookies, and cream, ice cream. We all scream about ice cream. I want to get 10,000 ahead. Okay. You are 10,000 ahead. Thank you, Magarza, for taking a little break. Was just going to ask, where do you get your energy from? I get it from sleeping, Grant, so I'm going to go do that now so that I don't run out of it. Ooh, Katie can show me in October. Stop doing that. We're not supposed to trigger them like that in this broadcast, okay? They're like, we're not supposed to say anything sexual, and then we get all sexual, and they're like, no more. She's lying. She knew it was public. She said, hey, thanks. Oh, no, but look at him. He's such a troll. Shower first, please. Okay, fine. I'll shower. Okay, good to see you too, Edward. I'll see you next time. Sleep well. Thanks, Grant. Shout out to Katie, top heart contributor of the broadcast, Magarza, Benzlis, Owen, Rockin' America, and Mark Gage. Thank you to all of our lovely super heart contributors. I think I did a shout out. Oh no, it wasn't this broadcast. Our top contributor to the broadcast, the real Greg Lopez from, I believe, Oahu, Hawaii. Thank you, Edward, for the super hearts. I'm glad you got home, safe. Thank you, Sonam, for the super hearts. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel confident and good. And don't worry, it's only temporary. You'll be back not long from now. Mark, thank you for the super hearts and all the good contributions to the comments. Andy, thank you for the super hearts. And Kieran, thank you for the super hearts. I miss you already, Kieran. You guys are all amazing. RD, you just woke up? Hi, good morning. Oh my God, what's the record? The record's something like 76,000 hearts, something like that. If someone gets over 70,000, I'll have to check the number, but that's not going to happen in this broadcast because I'm about to die. Figuratively. Or maybe this is the last broadcast we ever do. And you were here. You witnessed it. You made it to the end. 43,000. I love you, Katie. I love you all. You guys are amazing. She's like, I could have made it. Katie can definitely make it. She could have outlasted me. But we want to save her finger energy for other things. Do a sexual scope talk. Actually, we do sexual scope talk every Sunday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time with Lizzie Bear. Okay, I'm not going to die. I'm just going to sleep. I'm going to shower. I'm going to sleep. And I'm going to be back tomorrow for 3 more hours of positive content to help you reach your health, wealth, and relationship goals. Special thank you to WildFan101 A-Train for making this scope possible and requesting this content. I think it was really good to talk about dealing with parents' divorce. 1, it's not your fault. 2, your feelings are normal. 3, don't isolate yourself. Talk to someone. Maybe a professional, maybe 1 to 2 close confidants. But number 4, don't engage with your parents in regards to the divorce. Don't get involved. Tell them you're not comfortable talking about anything divorce related and you just want to know how they're doing as an individual themselves. Try to keep your relationship comfortable to your level with your mom and your dad, depending on your situation and circumstances, but do not get involved in the divorce. They are not your therapist and you can't be their therapist. So when I say talk to someone, it's not the parents, it's almost anybody else, right? Especially a professional. Thank you guys so much. Hitting the shower. Thank you so much for making this channel possible. Everyone who's contributed over the last 30 days. I feel so blessed and grateful. And thank you for watching on YouTube. We are trying to monetize by the end of the year. We need a lot more hours of content watched. We only got 41 hours in the last 10 days. Yes, Chris, we are still doing it. Enjoy your time at church. And thank you guys all for being here. And remember, we're giving away $100 technically tomorrow on Monday, September 17th. We're going to give away $100 to one of our monthly sponsors. So all you have to do to get entered to win that $100 is jump to the website, femyoga.com, click support, and sponsor at the monthly sponsorship level. It could be as little as $5 a month, and you'll be entered to win $100 on Monday, just like Katie, just like Mark, just like a lot of people that have been in this broadcast. Thanks so much. You guys are amazing. And this has been just a moment in time with Taylor. We'll have many more moments together in the future. God willing, if you believe in God. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate it. I'm so glad I made this day great by getting all 3 hours of content done. Okay, no, I didn't really. I'm like 11 minutes short. Okay, I'll do an extra 11 minutes tomorrow. It's still a great day. You guys are great. Katie, thank you. Thank you all.